Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Friday, October 25th. So I'm off work today, so grateful. The last 2 work days have been pretty rough. We were down a team member, so it was only 2 of us, and it was some really long days. Yeah, so, but today I'm off and doing a bunch of stuff. I still had some work stuff to do this morning. Bunch of house stuff around here. I have something else I'm doing for the house, which I will tell you out in a second. But let's talk what I did. I haven't done any stitching, but I did do some diamond painting on Tuesday, so I will take you in and show you that. But I did finish a book in one day. I've been sitting here in the evening for the past couple of nights and reading, and it's been glorious. It has been so wonderful to sit here, read. It's quiet. I love it. Yeah, we will talk about me sitting here in the morning and what I discovered. But I finished all in one day. Only She Came Back by Margot Harrison, and really liked it. Obviously, it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm dying. I'm not going to buy this for the library. But it held my interest enough to figure out what was going on. Did not figure it out. I never figure it out. Never, never, ever, ever. And I am still reading Norman Vincent Peale's The Power of Positive Thinking. Love this book so much. And he has written a bunch of other books that I have on my wish list. I read about a chapter a day in this, so I am getting through it. I still have a little ways to go. But the new book that I started yesterday and am loving is Lisa Unger's The New Couple in 5B. So I posted this in my book group that I belong to on Facebook and was like, I am loving this so much. I started this last night and I am already on page 107 because it's addictive. I just want to know what's happening. So the premise very quickly, Rosie, who is a writer, and Chad, her husband, who is an actor, they wind up moving to this fancy apartment complex in New York City. And I just get weird vibes from the building and from the people that live there. So something is happening. It's so good though. And there's interspersed a story back from like 1963 of a couple that lived in the same apartment building. So yes, ma'am. I've read a bunch of Lisa Unger books. Love them. I have liked every single one that I've read from her. So very excited to continue to read that. And I sense I will probably have that done by the weekend because just want to go, go, go. And I want to say I've read 95 books this year. My goal was 100, so I should have no problem meeting that. I did buy one book this week. This was a recommendation from my friend Becky. John Irving's A Prayer for Owen Meany. We were talking about Helen Fisher's Joe Nothin's Guide to Life, which is my favorite book of all time since I read that this year. I love that book so much. So she said, if I like that, I would like this. Now that's a pretty big book. So this will go in the TBR pile. I'll actually put it on my corner bookshelf. And, you know, I'm going to flip you guys around and show you my pile of library books, which is staggering. And when I told Bill about it, he was like, do you really need all of those library books? No, it's not even about that. What it is about is the fact that you can take out 99 items from my library. If any of those books do not get renewed, because they will renew them up to 5 times, 6 times, something crazy like that. If it doesn't get renewed, I will take it back. So the next person that wants it can read it, and then I will just request it again. What I am doing is, minus like Frida McFadden's The Boyfriend, which I wanted to read right away, I am just reading the library books. I'm not even touching my to be read pile because I think of that like an investment, a retirement plan. You know, I'm going to always have something to read. I am never not going to have something to read. So I love the library. Love the fact that, you know, there are so many books available for you to get from the library. But I'm going to flip you around very quickly and you're going to see. So there's my pile of library books. let's get you in. I mean, it's a lot. It's like 20 books. But what I really wanted to show you, do you see that window right there? That octagon shaped window. So when I sit in this chair in the morning from like 7 to 9, now that's also going to change with daylight savings time, which is coming up next week. Sunlight streams through that window like nobody's business. It is literally on me on the chair. And it happened 2 days in a row and I was like, okay, I need to figure out a solution. So a custom made blind for that window, ma'am, sir, very expensive. So that's not the solution. I talked to Bill about it and he said they actually make like a window cling that you can get that will fit inside the window. I looked into that this morning. And every review that I saw, the person said it still lets a lot of light through. So that's not going to work. I need something that pretty much is going to block that light. And so what I wound up ordering was a curtain rod that you can put up with 3M adhesive, because Bill does not want to put holes in the wall. I get it. And then I ordered a short curtain that is actually 2 panels, and that's coming tomorrow. So I am hoping that that works. And so we will see. We will see. But I'm going to pause and I'm going to pull you out of the tripod here in 1 second. Okay. So, do you see that window? That is our front door. In the morning, when Bill is sitting downstairs on a weekend or in the morning during the week watching TV, sunlight will stream through that window for a good hour and blind him. And so, when I talked about this window, he said we should figure out something for that window. Well, I did buy a window cling for that window. I have to put it up and cut it, and I have to say I'm a little nervous about doing that because I want it perfect. So I have to run out to the library, pick up a prescription. I have some errands to do, but when I come back, that is my task. And so I'm going to pause this video, and then when I'm done that, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So I can take you over here and show you. This is the window cling that I got. It's like leaves and vines and stuff. And this is the curtain rod. So see how this, and it has 3M tape on the back, and it will handle up to 20 pounds. The curtain is not 20 pounds that I got. So fingers crossed that that all comes together. But I did want to show you guys, I redecorated a tiny bit in here. So if you remember, I had 2 book totes. I had one here and one over there, right there. And the purpose of having book totes on each of these was to hide the cable outlets, because when Bill moved in this house 30 years ago, this was a living room. So I decided to take the book totes down because I really wasn't loving them, and put up my Vera Bradley bags that I had, because I do love those. Now, that one covers it. This one did not. This one is actually a laptop bag. And so when I put it up, I was like, all right, I need to find something to go over that. Now that used to be here. So that is covering, that is right over the cable outlet. This, A Beautiful Thing Is Never Perfect, was a sign that I got for like 40% off at Michael's a while ago. This was hanging actually in my craft room where I diamond paint, and it was behind the door, so no one saw it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to bring this out here, 3M hook, put it up. Beautiful. Turned out really good. Then over here, when we went to put this up last weekend, I used to have, if you remember, I used to have my 4 coloring pages framed here. And Bill said, is there any way that we can get rid of that? Like, it won't look right. And I said, we can, but there was like a gouge in the wall from it right here. So we put that up there. So when that was put up there last week, this whole big space was still a big, huge space. And I was like, something needs to go there. So instead of buying something, I said, let me repurpose one of my cross-stitch pieces from my office. So this is Nora Corbett's Wisteria Pixie that I stitched years and years and years ago. It looks stunning there, right? I mean, if you come back, it looks so good there. I love it. And the purple matches the chair and matches the rug, and yeah. And then the last thing that I changed was I had a shepherd's bush piece here, and I love this Peony Pixie finish so much that I did, and its color, I wanted it out here. So I just switched those pieces out. Now, when I got this decal back, in May, June, when I was doing this, I had a vision of having something else underneath this thing. I didn't know what. I had bought these flower decals and they came from China and they were a piece of crap, so I threw them right in the trash. But I went looking on Etsy 2 days ago and found these really pretty flowers, and they come separately. Like the flowers all come separate and the leaves all come separate, and so you can place it how you want it. And so I am hoping that that works. They are just peel and stick, and they are removable. You can remove them and move them around on your wall and they won't damage your wall. So fingers crossed that that will all look good right there. Yeah, that is the plan. So let's take you in. We got some new runners for the hallway a couple weeks ago. The ones I had one runner and it was like 8 years old and just no. These were from Costco. They were only like $13 a piece. They feel very velvety and smooth under your feet, under your bare feet. But yeah, so the diamond painting, I finished this entire section. It's looking very good. And then I got done all the black in the next section. So if I have time after I do the decal on the front door, I will probably come in here and do some diamond painting later because it's like 2:30 and Bill won't be home until like 6:30. So we will see if I have time to do that. But yeah, I enjoyed working on this very, very much. But yeah, that's all I have. I'm going to pause, like I said, though, and then I will show you once I get done the decal. And it may be me getting it done because when I talked to Bill on the phone this morning, I told him, I said, if I mess it up, I have enough in that roll to do it twice. So if I mess up the first attempt, I told him, I said, you're going to have to help me with the second attempt. We will do it together. He's very particular and rightfully so about stuff that we do in this house. So I just want to make sure it's done right. That's all. So when I come back, you will see that done. Okay. Danielle has had an adventure this afternoon. So this is on. This is the clinger. I don't even know what you call this. It looks pretty good, right? I think I did a pretty good job. So the first time, I had enough to do it twice. The first time I tried to do a template with press and seal. You know the press and seal stuff that you use to like put over a dish? That was Bill's idea, and it wasn't a bad idea, except I didn't do a good cutting job of cutting the film, cutting this. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it up here. I put the big sheet up, taped it, and then really just went around with my fingers, really smoothed it down. And then I just took the razor knife and cut it after really pressing it on and really taking my time. The only spot that I messed up, and I sat here for like a good half hour and tried to fix it, and I think I did. If you look really here at the bottom, do you see this right here? That was open. You could see the glass. Now it's not perfect, but no one's going to be looking at it like I'm looking at it right now and that I'm showing you. So I looked on the scraps after I cut this out and matched up a piece the best that I could. And I mean, far away, you can't tell. You can't tell, and you can't see any glass peeking through, because you could see glass peeking through. Now, the test is going to be tomorrow morning to see how much sunlight actually comes through this. I'm hoping it's fine, because I mean, it's easy to remove it. You just peel it off. But after I just, spent an hour and a half doing this, I hope that it stays on. I sent a picture to Bill. He said it looked great. Man, holy hell. Well, the adventure, so let's turn you around while I'm like cleaning up. The adventure was, let me go up here and sit, and then I'll end the video and get it uploaded. I need to sit anyway. My back killing me. Okay. So I went to the library. I had to go to the library to pick up books. Where is the camera part? The camera's here, right? Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I didn't realize the library was doing early voting. I pull up to the library and I'm like, what the hell? Like, why is the parking lot filled? And yeah, so that was a nice little adventure. And then when I was pulling out of the parking lot, all of a sudden this girl runs in front of my car and I had to slam on the brakes. I'm like, can we both not meet Jesus today? Love Jesus, all that, but not today. Not today. And a lot of cars, because like school was letting out, and I'm glad to be home. And I'm glad that that's done. I'm glad that's done. So, yeah. Oh, let me turn off the inside light. So now I'm just waiting for, there you can kind of see it better. I'm just waiting for the curtain to come so we can put it on that window. But what's also nice is this also gives privacy, meaning, at night, everybody could see in here. Well, you can't anymore, so that's cool. So I'm glad about that. But yeah, this home improvement stuff, I did it though. I did it. So, as always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Oh, one more thing that I bought that I didn't tell you guys. See the rug? It kept moving when I walked on it. So I bought like these little grippers. They're fantastic. They are triangle shaped and they go in each corner of the rug. And it came with like 16 pieces. So fantastic. Yeah. But okay. Thank you for watching and subscribing. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.